Hey scholars and families, this is Miss Marnon. I just wanted to go over what the Pod D, the fully virtual students, are doing for our 5th week of school. So starting October 13th and going to October 16th. The first thing I want to show you is we are in the modules page on our Canvas course. So if you go into the Canvas course, the first thing you see is our Bitmoji classroom, but then if you hit modules, it takes you to all the work, and there's a module for each week. It's kind of like a folder where we keep all of the work. So first thing is there is a page here. If your student was struggling last week, I know the Friday lesson was really hard for some of us. So there's going to be kind of something here to kind of help clarify some of that. So that's the first thing here. Then we have our objective. So our objective this week is to use the properties and create rules for adding rational numbers. So we're talking about positives and negatives, fractions, decimals, all of that good stuff. So on Tuesday, the first thing we have actually, so if you click each day, there are directions here and a video overview. So Tuesday, we actually have a Nearpod lesson. Usually we use Desmos, but Nearpod kind of fit better for this lesson for what we wanted to do. If your student is going onto the Teams meetings when they're supposed to, they're going to go to join.nearpod.com, and in class, I'm going to give them the code to participate live with the class. If they are absent or they miss the Teams meeting, it's embedded right here. So this is a self-paced one, so not the one we're doing all together in class. They can hit log in with Office 365. If they already did it in class, they do not need to do it here. Let me just show you what that looks like. So we hit log in with Office 365. It asks, hey, is this you? As long as your student logged in through Clever, it should just kind of pop right in with their name. Hit yes, continue. And they can use these arrows to go back and forth on the slides. So first they have to watch this video. And then there's these collaboration boards, which is like a Padlet. It's just kind of like if you had a big board and you were sticking sticky notes of ideas on it. That's all this is. So they can type their ideas here for this one. Same thing for here. There's a matching activity. And then there's some practice. So this one has some drawing tools and text tools. There's an eraser. So like I was drawing on this earlier, you can erase. And then there's a 4-question quiz. It's pretty simple. They're multiple choice. It'll give them immediate feedback. When they're done with the Nearpod lesson, this is something that we're still kind of having trouble getting onto. They need to go to Class Notebook. Your student should know how to get to Class Notebook. If they don't, they can hit this Class Notebook button here, sign in with the purple sign in button, and then hit open in OneNote Online. And that's what brings it open in a new tab. So on that, they're going to have to click their name to get to their folder, Unit 2, page 3. So I'm on Unit 2, page 3. Here is the work for them to finish completing after completing the Nearpod lesson. So this will be done independently in class, but your student can ask questions during the Teams time. So it's important that we are going to the Teams time, because even during independent work time, I leave the meeting open so they can ask questions when they need it and get help when they need it. When that's done, they're all done for Tuesday. So I'm going to go back to modules. So that's it for Tuesday. Wednesday is our asynchronous day. So that's when we're doing independent work all day. So there's 2 assignments that they need to do and then 1 optional assignment. So let me just show you what those look like by hitting next. So 7NS1A is our state standard for using additive inverse or opposites to combine to make 0. So this is just going to be a quick little quiz, 3 questions. It says 4 because we always start with kind of like a random, like, how are you doing question. And then they're going to take the quiz. It's 3 questions. We use that information to complete the data wall. So if you did not already know, let me go back, open up the home page. On our home page, we have this data button. And you can actually see how your student is doing. Here are lunch numbers and here are different standards across the top on the different data. So here's the different math periods. This is also on my eChalk, my website that I keep sending links to, so you can access it through there. If they're not, your scholar's not showing you on Canvas, you can actually access it yourself through our eChalk page, which I think I have right here. I can show you. So if you go to our eChalk page and you scroll down, right here is that data wall again. So you can go to different pages. So that's 7NS1A. You'll see your scholars score here, and it's a 4-color scale: red, yellow, blue, and green. And green is what we're looking for. They hit take the quiz, they start. When they're done with 7NS1A, we're going to do 7NS1B. This was tested last week, so for this one, we're showing growth. So we're going to hopefully score better on this one than we did last week, or if we already did really well, we're going to show that kind of consistent, we can score well on this standard. And both of them have a little video if they need to refresh their memory on the standard. That is the only mandatory work for Wednesday. The other work they can do, I'll hit next, is we call it an upgrade. So you can get upgrade points if you kind of did poorly on an old assignment or you missed an old assignment. This is how we can add points to those assignments. So there's 2 questions, and then they also need to reply. They click right here. They can type in their answers. If they want to, they can click this. They don't need to type it. They can just record it and I can listen to it. So if they have trouble typing and getting their words out, but they're very good at speaking and saying what they want, that's an option. They just hit start recording and then save, and it goes right in there. And that's all they have to do for Wednesday. So let me go back to modules so we can look. Here is Thursday. So this one, they're going to have a Desmos lesson. They're used to doing things on Desmos. That will be live in class. And then there's work in the class notebook. So here is the link to get to the Desmos lesson that they can click. They'll also have access to this link during class Teams time. When they are done, they need to go into class notebook. So again, hitting this class notebook button, and it's going to be page 4, properties with addition. So they're going to come in, they're going to complete these exercises and complete the exit ticket, do a self-reflection, and that's all they need to do for Thursday. So they're going to come to class live, do the Desmos lesson. They can stay on the meeting while they do this as independent work and ask for help when they need it. So that is all for Thursday. We go back to modules, we can look at Friday. So Friday, October 16th, we have a Desmos activity. There's going to be just a quick exit ticket in OneNote and then independent practice. So again, here's the link for the Desmos activity. We're going to do it live during class as well. There's a calculator here if they need it. When they're done with this, there is on OneNote, Unit 2, page 5, there's just a DIN and an exit ticket right on here. That's all they need to do on OneNote for this lesson. There's not a lot because what they're going to focus on is this independent practice on adding rational numbers. So we're just showing progress that we're getting better and better and better at adding rational numbers. It's just a little assessment. They can take it up to 3 times. So if they are unhappy with their score, they should take it again or ask for help and then take it again. But that's it for this week. I hope it went pretty quickly. It was only a 4-day week. I'm really excited to see your kids online. Please make sure that we're all getting on our Teams meetings when we're supposed to so we can be getting all of the help and instruction we need. And I'll send out another video next week. Thank you.